Now, the reason that we have a phrase or saying not 1 iota is that the iota is a small letter in the lowercase form. It's a tiny little stroke, half a line, with no dot. You've been conditioned to dot your I's in English, but you do not dot your iota in Greek. So you can forget about dotting your iotas. Still have to cross your towels, but you don't have to dot your iotas. Next letter is a kappa, taking the same form as the capital letter K in the English language and the same sound. The sound as in kitten. Lowercase looks similar. And in some cases, in some Greek fonts, you're going to find that the kappa is very crude, and it looks just like one vertical line, 2 diagonal lines.
Oh, like my handwriting.
Yeah. Next is the lambda. Lambda is corresponds to a capital letter L in English and has the same sound, but again the symbol is quite different. This is a lambda. This is a lowercase lambda, where there's a diagonal stroke upward and then a diagonal stroke downward. This is also a familiar symbol. This is the letter mu. Letter mu. And this is the uppercase form. The lowercase looks like this. This is going to be a little tricky. It looks sort of like a U. This is a mu. In writing, it usually begins below the line, up and curving up into a U shape. But as you see it along with the other letters, you'll be able to recognize it as the mu sound, as the mu, and this is the M sound, as in mouse. Once again, we're helped out by English borrowing this symbol to represent the capital letter N. This is the nu. Nu is it has the same sound as the N in English. And in this form, you can recognize it immediately. The tricky one is the lowercase form because it looks deceptively like a letter V. This is the nu. Usually having one straight vertical line and one curving vertical line back up. In some fonts you're going to find that both vertical lines are curved. Again, this corresponds with the letter N and the sound that N makes. This one is a bit more tricky. This is the Xi. The capital or the uppercase letter Xi has the sound that our English letter X makes. The combination KS sound. This is a Xi.
So how do you spell C?
KSI is an easy way of saying it. Now you can say XI if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. KSI. Lowercase looks even better. Lowercase is a slightly more complex form than the zeta. It's like a separate, another curve and another loop and another curve. So if it helps you to think of the C as being two lump camel and the zeta one lump dromedary, maybe that'll help. But that's what a C looks like.
It's kind of loop, and an S.
Something like
You're a really fat guy.
Now, you can practice this and try to get this looking as close as you can to the particular font that you choose to follow. What's most important is that you recognize them. Because more times than not, you will be reading Greek rather than writing it. So what matters is that you train your eye to tell the difference between the lowercase c and the zeta. For that matter, even and the epsilon. This is the letter Omicron. Now, I have heard and seen some strange things about Omicron recently, but as far as I know, there's only one sound that the Omicron makes, and that is the sound that begins that word. Ah. Short O for Omicron. So that's the way I'm going to be pronouncing them, the words as we go on into class. So get used to that. You've already been used to pronouncing it some other way. Again, this is a language which, in its present, in its form that we're going to be studying it, is not a live language today, and so pronunciation is not as important as recognition. But it's good to know how others are pronouncing words.
So like not, like in the word not.
That's right.
Or not, depending on
Right.
Okay.
American
Pot.
accent.
How do you say pot? Pot?
Pot.
Pot. We're
Pot,
much
yeah.
more oh sound, you're broader.
What is important is you distinguish it between the other O sound in Greek, which is the omega. It's not O, it's not omicron, it's omicron. And the lowercase omicron is just a little baby form of the big one. No problem there. And easily recognized with it because the English letter O has taken this form. Taken this symbol, rather. This one is also one that can be tricky. This is the letter P. I know in math class they have told you that this is the letter pi.